Hello, everyone, and many thanks for participating in this stream, for your attention. Today is 21st of May. Now it's 11 o'clock in Moscow, and this is time for morning news from Russian capital. Stream is translated on both channels of mine on YouTube and Rumble. And after stream, I will make several short videos and publish those videos on YouTube for the members of community that might did not figure it out how to watch full video yet, or might have no time and will prefer shorter videos. Lot of news, dear friends, a lot of news of importance, and well, without further delay, let's start this stream. Hopefully sound is good and video is okay, and there will be no technical issues like it was yesterday during the evening stream. So let's start with this report first. TASS news agency reported this morning, based on Russian Defense Ministry's update, that overnight, early hours of this morning, 127 Ukrainian drones were intercepted over the number of Russian regions. Let me give you some more specifics. In the period of from 8 o'clock in the evening Moscow time yesterday, on May 20, to 4 o'clock in the morning today, on May 21st, air defense systems intercepted 127 Ukrainian drones. 41 drones were intercepted over the territory of Bryansk region, 37 drones over the territory of Oryol region, 31 drones over the Gorsk region, 6 drones over the Moscow region. So Kyiv regime was trying to target her capital also. 5 drones was intercepted over the territory of Vladimir region, 3 over the Ryazan region, 1 each over the territories of Belgorod and Tula, also Kaluga regions. 1 drone was intercepted over the Black Sea. So quite a massive, large-scale attempt of Kyiv regime and its NATO backers to strike deep into Russian territory with the drones. And unfortunately, this drone attack continues because this morning, number of Russian media outlets, including RIA Novosti, reported that mobile internet was temporarily disconnected in the Lipetsk region, for example, and this was a requirement from militaries for security reasons. So mobile internet has been temporarily disconnected in the Lipetsk region for security reasons. Access will be restored as soon as the situation allows. The governor of the region, Igor Artamonov, reported on his Telegram channel. And we have a quote from his statement: friends, today we all faced restrictions in the operation of the mobile internet. The decision to temporarily disconnect was made by the military for security reasons. As soon as the situation allows, access to mobile internet will be restored. The governor added that landline internet and Wi-Fi is still operational. So my guess is that Kyiv regime's drone attack is still on the way in a Lipetsk direction. Maybe swarms of drones were moving towards this area, and one of the ways to neutralize the threat was to disconnect internet. Later on during the day, probably we'll receive additional information on this matter, and of course I will share this information on my Telegram, Twitter X pages, and in the next update during the evening news update today. That's been said, let's continue with this news that President of Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, visited today Kursk region for the first time since their full liberation from Ukrainian forces of the border areas of the region, Kursk salient, as we call it. So Russian President Vladimir Putin have visited Kursk region for the first time since its full liberation from Ukrainian forces, the Kremlin has said. In late April, Putin announced the full liberation of the border areas of the Gorsk region, which had been seized by Kyiv's troops after they launched an incursion last August. During his tour of the region, by the way, information was published today. Maybe he was visiting region yesterday. No specifics, understandably for security reasons. During his tour of the region on Tuesday, yes, it was yesterday, the Russian leader visited their construction site of their new Kursk 2 nuclear power plant in the city of Kurchatov. He also held a meeting with the governor Alexander Hishstein, as well as the heads of local municipalities and volunteers who have been helping those affected by their incursion, the Kremlin said on Wednesday. Putin thanked the volunteers for noble, important, and unfortunately dangerous work that they had been doing. And we have a quote from Russian president: "You and I are a team, and the whole country today is one united team, and this is the unquestionable success of all our endeavors. This is necessary condition for achieving all our goals," he stated. The president said that the situation in the Kursk region remains difficult even after its full liberation, as Ukrainian forces continue their attempts to move towards the Russian border. Putin has also ordered an increase in the number of mine clearing specialists working in the Kursk region so that people can return to their homes as soon as possible. So that's what RT is reporting based on Kremlin's statement. And when it comes to situation in the Kursk region, as Putin himself highlighted, Kiev regime still sends its militaries on suicidal missions to break into either Kursk region or Belgorod region, and I'm reporting on regular basis about destruction of these armored groups of Kiev regime, either before they reach border or on a border line area. And also Russian troops are conducting deep strikes into Sumy region, which is bordering Kursk region and also Belgorod region, to basically minimize the military capabilities of Kiev regime. And one of such strikes, for example, yesterday with Iskander M tactical missile, did hit a training ground for of Kiev regime's forces. And as a result of this strike, according to Defense Ministry of the Russian Federation, about 70 Ukrainian servicemen were neutralized. I shared on my Telegram and Twitter X page videos of this strike. If you are interested there, I mean, you can see it. It was quite a precise strike. And dear friends, before I continue, let me take a minute and ask for help or assistance. As you know, this channel, this project is completely subscriber funded. This is the only way, I can maintain independence, and anyone can maintain independence while working in this field of alternative media. And if you like my work, if you like my channels, please consider to support, to help me to maintain and save this project. Best way to support is to subscribe to my Patreon page and become a Patreon. To become a paid subscriber, which means monthly support. You can choose on the platform your level from $5, and then you can choose amount that you can allocate for supporting this project. And on Patreon, dear friends, I'm trying as my thanker to regularly publish some extra content that is exclusive for Patreon and Boosty, where I have also page. But if for whatever reason you don't like Patreon, which is at least based on my experience, is quite friendly and loyal to creators and community. But still, if you don't like Patreon, you can assist with donation through PayPal platform or Boosty platform. You can use Super Chat. You can use Rumble, basically. My channel on Rumble for donations, and you can use Super Chat or become a premium subscriber on Rumble. This is also option, and crypto. All the links are on this video description box and in the pinned comment. Hopefully with the help of community, I will manage to continue this work in this field full time. Let's see. Anyways, let's continue, dear friends. And RT is reporting that Dmitry Medvedev, I spoke about this news yesterday, during the evening news update, but for whatever reason, YouTube didn't like my yesterday's evening live stream and suppressed it quite a big time. So therefore, I will repeat a few news from yesterday's update, and one of those news are that former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev and current Deputy Chairman of the Security Council was participating in a forum in St. Petersburg and made quite interesting statements. And one of these statements is that Ukraine has one last chance, basically, to save its statehood, according to Medvedev. Let's go for little details in this report. So authorities in Kiev have one last opportunity to preserve some kind of statehood after the Ukraine conflict inevitably resolves, former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev has said, urging Kiev to engage in peace talks. Speaking at the International Legal Forum in St. Petersburg on Tuesday, Medvedev, who serves as the deputy chairman of the Russian Security Council, admitted that Moscow does not like the current political regime in Kiev at all. Nevertheless, he suggested that Ukraine's leaders have one last chance to preserve, under certain conditions, after the end of military actions, some kind of a statehood, or, if you like, some kind of international legal personality, and gain a chance for peaceful development. Ukrainian government, although he also mentioned that Ukrainian government lacks any sovereignty and is a failed quasi-state in its current form, Moscow remains open to holding unconditional direct peace negotiations that would take into account the current realities on the ground and address the root causes of the conflict, Medvedev said. Moscow is concerned that there are currently no individuals in Ukraine that have the legal authority to sign any sort of a peace deal with Russia, he noted. This concern mainly has to do with the fact that the treaty signed by the current leadership could subsequently be rejected once a new government in Ukraine is elected, he explained. And well, he also went to say during this forum that many people here in Russia would prefer unconditional surrender of Kiev regime as a next step, and I have to agree with me and with him. And I think it's not just a society here in Russia that will prefer such continuation of this proxy war that West is waging against Russia while sacrificing Ukraine. But I think similar opinion is predominant among members of the Russian leadership too, and that's why Medvedev probably mentioned this. And also, he is just giving some hints that either you take a deal that we will offer now, or Ukraine might lose her statehood, and you will be forced to basically agree on unconditional surrender. That's the messages from Medvedev. I'm not sure you will listen to these messages or the masters of the Kiev regime among globalists, but nevertheless, Moscow is quite clear where it stands. RIA Novosti continues that, and dear friends, let me also notice that either, in my personal opinion, either Kiev regime will take Moscow's offer, or Russian troops will continue special military operation and will move forward and forward and forward, and at some point will reach borders of the Western Ukraine. That's how it's going to be. And when it comes to Western Ukraine, at one point, Poland, Romania, and Hungary probably will make their claims on parts of Western Ukraine that used to be in this part of these countries, right? In case of Poland and Romania before Second World War, in case of Romania, Transcarpathia region, for example, before First World War. So statements of Dmitry Medvedev should be taken seriously. Dear friends, I hope you like my work and want to help preserve this independent media project, and if so, let me go through several means that can be used for assistance. First is a PayPal platform. Once you click on PayPal link under my videos in description box and in the pinned comment, this account will open which belongs to my wife, Anna Philipson Caballero, so feel free to donate through this account. Second way is a Boosty platform where you can send a tip or donate, which is basically the same. And also you can become a Patreon for the project. You can subscribe to my page while choosing your level of support. Third way is a Patreon platform where I already have 370 extra content videos. You can also choose your level of monthly support from $5 to 10, 20, 50, 100 and become a Patreon, or you can use another feature that Patreon has, which is access to each videos for a certain amount of money. Now this is $3, so you can access to any video for $3. Relatively new feature that Patreon adopted, and it might be helpful also if for whatever reason you don't want to become a monthly supporter. And there is another way, which is a Rumble platform, dear friends. Whenever I have a pre-planned live stream or live stream is on air, you can become a premium subscriber. You can give premium subscription to other members of the community, or you can use a rant feature that Rumble has, which is basically similar to Super Chat on YouTube. All the links, dear friends, all the links to all these platforms that I just show you are under my videos in the description box and in the pinned comments, including address to crypto wallet. I hope this video will be useful in case you are considering support for my work and this media project. Many thanks to all the members of our community who already supported. Have a wonderful day and take care.